Well, you're at the entrance of the new Commons. So this is where they come in from either side. We're actually in the walk-through hallway. This is the checker station. What's really cool right now, we're trying to see how it goes with students scanning themselves. We're gonna add a third scanner, and we're gonna try to have no backups at the door. You remember the long line down the ramp? There's hardly been any of that here. The way they built this is exactly like they said. People come in, and they choose to sit down, they choose to go get something to eat, and the backups, if there's any, are so minimal now that it just makes everybody more efficient. I think it makes everybody happier.
It's more, yeah, it's much more just relaxing atmosphere, and it's a lot easier to spend time here than sort of the dungeon that was Old Commons.
Before in Old Commons, there were sort of nooks and places to hide, and it was more segregated. Here, sort of everybody is on the same floor.
It's completely changed. There's a lot more light, a lot more ventilation, and a lot more faces.
The setup, it makes it easier to try new things. Before, I almost never had the hotline, and now I have it almost every day.
Just things are more organized, like you have more, like things are grouped together, so it's easier to find things. Like before, the coffee and tea stations were sort of split, and now it's like all together, which like is a small thing, but it's nice.
And I really like how they transferred a lot of the tables over from New Commons. Like this is one of the old tables, and I love the old big wooden tables. So
the trays now are smaller. I hear you cannot fit more than just a plate and your cup on it, so people don't use them as much anymore. I probably could not use them for sledding, but now everyone has their own Old Commons tray. They handed them all out a week ago as a special thing, and so I'm sure those will be used next snowfall.
Trust me, I've been here quite a few years, and the old place was 30, 40 years behind time.
It's great to see them make the food right in front of you. It also comes out better when they do it that way, and it hasn't just been sitting around for an hour or two.
There's a great fireside lounge, and so that's a good place to study and hang out on the weekends and stuff like that. So
yeah, Milt's is like a little sort of grocery store thing. Milt's also has fast food stuff that you can get, like grilled cheese and burgers and things like that, but they also have like necessities such as like milk, lots of juices, like frozen things, antifreeze, yes, for cars, quite necessary. Maps of Maine in case you want to go on a road trip. Just like little things that I guess are helpful to have around.
Everyone's saying they're spending less time in the library and more time hanging out during meals.
All of my friends off campus who are off the meal plan are pretty jealous and have been frequenting Commons much more than they did last semester.
The dining staff and the Commons workers are always the most incredibly friendly people, and now that you have a chance to talk to the people preparing the food and really sort of talk to them about it, that's great.
I really like how we can see more of them now, so we can see the people who are cooking like behind. Now we can actually see them and ask them like, oh, what's in this dish, and they know because they made it themselves, which is really cool. So that sort of bait's like.
Staff likes it too. It took a few days. I think once we got out and saw this, it only took about 1 or 2 days.
I think we've noticed that even the workers seem to be a lot happier, just with more space and everything to work with, and the food's definitely improved. And they have tons of new recipes, so it's been a good transition. So.
The guy who works at the pasta bar and I have become buddies. He makes this artichoke pasta sauce that I've become quite a big fan with, and he and I are real pals now.
I love how the vegan bar was expanded.
I would say the food quality has just skyrocketed, particularly at the vegan bar.
The pizza bar is much better.
The brick oven is great. Like the pizza's amazing.
the vegan bar has gotten so much better.
The vegan bar is so much better.
The pizza is really good here.
Well, now they make this unbelievable pizza, which I have to eat on a daily basis.
I'm not vegan, but I end up eating vegan most of the time just because the food's so great.
I really like the vegan bar.
The pizza has definitely gained some popularity. I'm a fan of it. I try not to eat it as much, but the vegan, I don't eat vegan a lot, but when I do, the vegan bar is really, really good.
I personally am a big fan of the whole brick oven area, and more often than not, that's where I grab lunch, slice of pizza.
I like the new brick oven pizza.
Plus the waffle bar in the mornings is really a great feature too.
So everyone has been in the Old Commons, you always came out and there was kind of a distinct smell on your clothing and everything like that. And you come to the new one and it's pretty nice.
It's gone, yeah, there's no more common smell, which is I kind of miss it in a way, you know, go back to the library, use the system, sort of smell your dinner for a few hours past dinner. But I don't know, it's nice.
You can definitely people watch. I mean, I think it's even bigger because the old one used to have a salad bar that kind of split everything in the middle, so you couldn't. The jocks couldn't really see the other people, and the other people couldn't see the jocks. But now we're all kind of mingled in together. Everyone's kind of trying to figure out where their little space is.
They did a great job soundproofing the building, so you can't hear everything that's going on. But you can watch it observe, which is nice.
It's not really a prime location for people watching. Maybe in that back area right there, but I'm gonna find it eventually, and I'm sure I'll be back to my people watching ways soon.
Well, thank you very much would be the first thing out of my mouth.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for donating the money.
Like, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for all of your contributions because it's a really great building and it's very Bates.
Thank you for any amount of support the alumni have given us.
I just want to say thanks just to all the hard work contributing for it to make our college experience that much better.
On behalf of the staff and everybody else around here, the money that was spent on this building was well appreciated. So thanks a lot.
The space is great. Thank you so much for all of your help to make this happen.
This new Commons building is incredible, and it wouldn't have been possible without all of your donations, so thank you very much.
Definitely thank you for all the support that you've given, and if you haven't already, you should definitely come check it out. If for the pizza, nothing else, not to be missed.
So all alums, especially if you're in the environmental field of any sort, you should be more than welcome to come up here. I'll even guest pass you, online pass, and we can talk about jobs for next year because it's April and I don't have one, so that would be great. Thanks.